I hate you.
The toxic mother-in-law stereotype has been around forever. In essence, it revolves around culture and control. The stereotype calls for a woman who needs to retain any sort of authority over her son, and once a new partner arrives, she feels threatened. Her role is going to change, so she cannot take it, so she fights for it. This lady right here is a perfect example of said stereotype. The only thing is that she took it way too far. Pathologically far.
My mother hates my girlfriend Victoria, and she cut me off from the family because of her.
My son Connor and I used to be inseparable. Victoria came into the picture, and he completely changed.
The last time I saw my mother, she screamed at me and told me to leave my tramp and to get my dog in check. She met my girlfriend.
Talking about control here. Connor has an educational inheritance that his mother allegedly is wasting in home upgrades. Meanwhile, Megan, the mother, is bitching about the couple buying clothes. Which purchase is more opulent? A blouse and some sneakers, or a brand new bathroom using the money from your kid's education? Victoria, the daughter-in-law, is confrontational towards Megan for obvious reasons. Only instead of de-escalating things, she adds more to the fire. I'm gonna say it's because the couple is very young and already has a big responsibility on their hands. They're both teen parents. I get it. She is defending herself and her family in a way a young person would. No, a person who has not experienced this type of behavior from another grown adult.
She says you're bossy and controlling and manipulative and pushy and...
Bossy a little bit, but manipulative and conniving, absolutely not.
I am objective about myself. I'm not a perfect person. I'm not a perfect mother. I have flaws. And any advice I give to them is life-learned advice.
Sounds more like projection than anything else. All of those descriptors can very well be geared towards Megan herself.
I'm very angry. I'm upset about the fact that my son, who is a wonderful person, he is being controlled and manipulated by his son's mother, tracked by phone devices where he is.
Megan says this and then proceeds to explain the reason she hates Victoria is because the new daughter-in-law wants to control her son and follow his every move. We tend to follow patterns because we look for the things we recognize. Connor followed one thanks to his mother. Victoria is tracking his every move.
Connor got drunk, and Connor then blacks my husband's eyes. So Connor, being a baby that he was, instead of manning up and accepting that what he had done was wrong, he called Mimi and Papa to come and get him. And they pretty much told me, we're taking guardianship, sign this. So I said, fine.
By the way, the story Connor told was that he was mad and went straight to his room to cool off. But the stepdad followed him, opened the door and antagonized him, even put his fist to try and fight Connor. It all went to the backyard when stepdad lunged at Connor and he defended himself. Not only that, but Megan, after Connor left, blocked him on Facebook and deleted his number. What kind of a mother would do that? The way she talks about how he was a coward that ran away with the grandparents is disturbing. Megan is filled with anger towards everybody, and a perfect example of how far Megan can take her anger is this one.
Did you grab her by the hair and drag her off the couch?
I snatched her up off the couch. Yes, I did. And Connor was right there telling her, Victoria, you need to sit down and shut your mouth.
But you did grab her by the hair and snatch her up off the couch?
Yeah, absolutely.
Were you people raised by wolves? What are you doing?
So, Megan said Victoria was preparing an alcoholic beverage for a minor. But in reality, the minor was asking for a cocktail, but Victoria, who was holding her baby in her lap, said no. That 13-year-old went to tell Megan, and she just needed a little bit of a push to start kicking asses. And this happened in a full house.
So you were stone cold sober?
Absolutely.
So you had all your faculties about you?
Yes, sir.
When you decided to attack her?
Yes, sir, I did.
And can we just remember that Victoria was holding a baby while all of this was happening? Another thing to know about Megan, you're gonna be surprised by this. She doesn't get along with her parents. What a shock. So the teen couple moved to grandma's house with a baby, and these, for some reason, anger Megan even more.
My mother, Bonnie, she is a bitch. She will do anything to spite me. I cannot wait for the day that the burning heat of hell grips her by the bottom of her feet as she's taking her last breath.
Megan is so controlling, even the fact the mother wears pajamas in her own house is enough for her to burn in anger. And she's so mad about Connor dropping out of high school and Bonnie, grandma, allowing it. Bitch, aren't you the mother? You are supposed to lead your kids, but instead, she threw him away because her boy toy is more important than her son could ever be. And another shocking revelation, Bonnie likes Victoria. Bonnie and Megan had a conversation where she tells her to leave the couple, to live their lives and make their own choices. How do you think Megan reacted?
Mother, don't you ever call me. Don't you ever show up around my kids. You keep your trifling away from me. I hate you. I hate you.
The more you watch this episode, the clearer it gets that Megan understands normal interactions with her family as antagonistic. Everything needs to be surrounded by drama.
But did you give her a chance? You said the very first time you met her, you said to yourself, is she ever going to shut up?
Yes, she answered for Connor. I asked Connor, we were sitting at the table. So Connor, how are you liking your new school? Oh, he likes his school just fine.
Projection. That is all I have. She saw a little bit of someone other than her controlling her son and she lost it. I don't even think if Victoria was submissive and quiet, she would like her anyway.
I mean, you're just spewing venom. You're just everything.
Because
you don't
I have a lot of venom in me.
But you don't talk, you spit words out. One thing I know about anger is that it's an outward manifestation of at least three other things: hurt, fear, and frustration.
Absolutely.
I don't know if I mentioned this, but Megan is a foster mom. Can you imagine these kids who come from broken homes and are desperate to get rules, safety, and peace only to get into a house of a lunatic who screams at everyone who doesn't follow her demands? I have no clue what are the requirements you need to get accepted as a foster parent, but the system screw up here. And it's not the first time I hear about a foster family that treats their kids horribly. I'm not an American, but it sounds like there must be some government compensation. So Megan probably has the kids for the paycheck. I might be wrong here because I'm talking out of my ass, but it's not far-fetched to think that a person like Megan would do such a thing. At the end of the day, the mother-in-law stereotype keeps on giving, but at least we know there's a lot of nuance in the story. Megan had a psychological problem she needed to address a long time ago, so maybe understanding what makes the mother-in-law so angry, like getting to the root of the problem, will be a great tool to know if you have a chance to build a relationship slowly with a lot of patience, or just stay completely out of the way. Thank you for watching.